All right, welcome back to Bianca's Tarot. Actually, hold on, I have to do something. All right, sorry for that. This is a very different reading. This was actually unexpected. So I might actually even do timestamps because it's kind of like a little bit of a rant before I start the reading. I am a big fan of Aaliyah, like huge fan of Aaliyah. Like my dad showed me her when I was, so I'm 23, but my dad showed me her when I was like, I want to say, well, I'm going to be 23 this month, but I want to say, I don't know, like my preteen years, and I was like, who is this? And by that time she had already passed, obviously, but I just loved her music. Like the first song I heard from her was 4-Page Letter, and I don't know, her music is just timeless. Like I genuinely like her as an artist. Like I even got teased in my family a little bit because I went through like a crazy Aaliyah fan stage. I still am a huge fan. For people that know, I have her posters, and I have Selena's poster too, but Aaliyah was just, I don't know, just something about her that's just so like interesting to me. Like I don't know, like she just set her own era. And one thing I was always curious about too was the way she passed. Like obviously it was really tragic, but like her family is very secretive, just to cut to the point. And the difference between Celine, I feel like why I was naturally just so curious about her looking back was I couldn't really figure out, like her legacy wasn't really talked about. Like with Selena's family, because she's such a, it's so easy to compare Leah and Selena. They died around the same age. They have a lot of similarities in some weird way, but Selena's family though, like her ex, not her ex, but her widow, he wrote a book. The family's made 2 movies, well, 1 movie and a series since then. They're so open with talking about her. They post her on the Instagram a lot. They talk about her all the time. There's a freaking museum for her. Like it feels like with Selena, like, you know, you just already know her, but with Aaliyah, like there's still some mystery, like about who she really was, and the weirdness with her passing and how small the plane was and blah blah blah. So I just feel like I've naturally always been so curious of her, not just from a fan point, but like some things about her life just don't make sense. Like obviously the R. Kelly thing. I remember for Christmas my mom got me the Agent Nothing But a Number album. Is that the name of the album? Like the one when she first came out in the scene. And when I was young, I didn't think anything of it. Even my mom didn't think anything of it. But obviously with everything that's come out, it's really awkward looking back at that. And this is no shade, but like I gotta say it like it is. Like why were her parents comfortable with her even making a song like that with an older man at the time? Like, and you know, I'm gonna be turning 23, and like she died at my age, so it's crazy. Like I still feel so young, so it's like it seemed like she was a person that had to grow up really fast. And I think after her passing, you know, her family just couldn't deal with it. They just couldn't deal with it, which is understandable. And obviously her father has passed as well. If you're watching this and you're an Aaliyah fan, you know. And they've been pretty hush-hush until recently. Her music is actually going to be available on streaming, which is why I said this video was unexpected, because I was just catching up on Aaliyah news today. I was watching a lot of, I think his name is Tony Turner. I'll put a link to his channel in the description. He's such a great, like, he's like helping the Aaliyah fandom. Thank you. And I was getting all my information there, and he made some good points. You know, it feels like, I'm not going to explain the whole thing in this video. You guys can head to his channel and check out like his latest video about the issues with the streaming. But it seems like the business drama, underneath that drama is a lot of personal issues, like a lot of emotional, personal issues. And that's why I'm going to be doing this reading. This is actually really like a freelance reading. Like I really don't even know. I'm going to ask whatever comes to me, I'll ask. But I also note that a lot of you asked for me to read for, before I start the reading, I'll put this thing too. Aaliyah, from what I get, and from what I just know, because I have a medium that I go to here and there, maybe like once a year, right? She is amazing. Like, she is just so good with her gift, like the best to ever be. And I'm not just saying that because I like her, she's cool, but like, she's known, I've gotten personal readings from her. It's like there's no way she could have known that stuff. And people in my life that there's no way she would know their personality and things they've been through like that. And I asked her to read for Aaliyah after a reading, and she was going to do it on her YouTube, and Aaliyah didn't want to be read. Aaliyah, and she respects energy, she doesn't just read for anybody. She has to have permission, and Aaliyah said she wanted to rest. And this is no shade to people who have done Aaliyah's readings, but personally, from what I get, I don't feel like when I read for Selena, when I channeled for Selena, I was really channeling for Selena. Like, I felt her energy, and it was nothing scary or anything like that. She felt more like at peace. It's not that Aaliyah's not at peace, but I feel like Aaliyah's life was so chaotic. Like, I feel like there was, especially with, I'm assuming, the trauma she went through with R. Kelly, like, I feel like sometimes when people cross over, like, they don't really want to be bothered. So I get the energy. Like, I don't feel like it's impossible to read for her, but I feel like Aaliyah on the other side, she doesn't really want to put anything out there that would create more drama than what's already going on. You get what I mean? Like, it feels like she just wants peace. So yeah, and I feel like it's not that I can't read for Aaliyah. I will try to channel her. I've been trying to see if I could channel her for her anniversary of her passing coming up and see what messages. But it feels like the vibe I get is like, I've even watched some people read for her. She's only telling you so much. Like, I really don't feel like Aaliyah's spirit is like many celebrities who passed away that have that, like, they just want to tell you everything and stuff like that. I feel like she's really, really reserved, and she was really reserved in her when she was on this earth, so it makes sense that she's reserved on the other side. I think it's limited, and I think there's something with her spirit that would be like, I don't know, it's hard to explain. It's like, it's not impossible to read for her, but I feel like it's a little bit more difficult to read for her. It's not like easy. I don't feel like, even trying to pick up on, like, I don't even feel like that would be an easy process. Like, you can read for her, but for the people just reading for her, like, it's just nothing. I don't think that's really her. I think to really channel Leah's energy would be a little bit more difficult. That's just my opinion, okay? But I will be reading for her one day on this channel, just because I just love her, and I'll try my best to channel her energy. But that's just my overall, like, mini rants background before I go in this video. I love Aaliyah. I love her music. And in this reading today, I'm just going to see what the hell's going on with the family and how they've been since she's passed. And I'm reading with respect, so please don't put any negative comments. Of course, like, I don't agree with some of the things they allowed while she was growing up in the industry. I think that her working with R. Kelly was just absolutely absurd. But this isn't a blaming reading. Like, I'm reading with no bias. I'm gonna read what the cards tell me, and if we care about Aaliyah, we care about her family too. So I kind of want to see why Diane doesn't want the music to be out, or why there's just issues with her and what's his name? Oh my god, I'm her uncle, is it Barry? I completely, like, lost train of thought, but her uncle, and let's see if there would be any peaceful resolution. And I'll ask one question about how Aaliyah feels about this, but it's not going to be like I'm going to be going into her energy. It's just kind of like what the cards say. For me to channel her, that's a completely different type of reading. That's a very draining process. I don't care. People who say channeling is easy, I could do this person. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not easy. It's really draining. And given how tragically she passed, like, that would be that's a whole different video. So I have 3 decks. It's actually funny, while I was thinking about the reading, I got the Hierophant and ooh, Nine of Swords is reverse, interesting, but I got Justice, and then I got the Knight of Wands here, so definitely gonna be, all right guys, sorry about that. Nonetheless, we're just gonna start the reading now. All right, so I'm gonna just ask about how her family is doing in general for the first 3 cards, because it definitely feels like a family that's grieving. Still, it doesn't seem like they're gonna be really doing much anytime soon. They haven't had an interview in like so long, so I just wanted to know, how is her family doing? Oh my God. Wow. They're heartbroken. They feel heartbroken. They feel betrayed on some level. Doesn't seem like they're going to do much about their heartbreak. There's a male in particular. It could be Rashad here. He's a Leo, right? Didn't his birthday pass? I think he's a Leo. But nonetheless, he's really sad. I also feel like since around the time, like summer, August-ish time, which it is now, it's still very hard for them. And it's not just lately. Like, I'm hearing Spirit say it's not just now. It's like it's not just about the controversy. Oh, okay, that just came to my head. What they're really pissed about, this is already a sensitive time for them, because I don't know if they do something in August. I don't know if the family plans something for her, or they just, August is like a very difficult time. Like that month, as soon as August comes, it's like really horrible for them actually. So and I think they told the uncle that, and he knows. So for everything to be happening now, it's like a double whammy. That's just how they feel. And by they, I'm speaking about the mother and Rashad, Diane and Rashad. All right. I think they're trying to be there for each other, because I see the Two of Cups as Diane and Rashad. I think there are also some family friends that are hearing them out. I see somebody trying to reach out to them, but they're not really speaking. I see them thinking about their financial plans with this, but they're not okay. I got the 3 of Swords as first, so they're still heartbroken. And August is just a very hard time for them. It's a very, very hard time for them. Like, it's always been a hard time for them. Every year, August is a very hard time. So for this to be happening now, it's like that's just what I'm picking up on. It's a double whammy. Like, that's literally what it is. It's a double whammy. So I'm gonna ask about Diane. So how has Diane been since Aaliyah passed? I imagine not the best, but how let's just tap into her energy. Got the 3 of Pentacles. She has a good support team around her. She could have been to therapy as well. She's actually reunited with some people from her past. It could be friends she grew up with, or there's something about reuniting, coming back together. She could have gone back to her hometown or her roots or something like that. I think she's changed a lot as a person. I don't think she's the same person she was back when Aaliyah was alive. Like, not just like it feels like she could be more spiritual now. I feel like she's gone through like a spiritual transformation. She doesn't let a lot of people in. I feel like there's only 2 people in her life, 3 people max. It feels like she's gone back to somewhere she used to grow up, or she's come back to her roots, or there's some sort of reuniting type of feeling. I got the Star. She's changed for the better. She's changed for the better. I feel like the Page of Cups is her son. I think he's changed too. I think he's helped her find her strength. And the 5 of Pentacles is, despite the trauma that came with Aaliyah passing, she's changed for the better. And I feel like she's become more spiritual and open, especially about death and like the afterlife and stuff. I think she's become more open to that. And I got the Page of Pentacles. Wow. So that's just her journey. I'm gonna ask about I guess I'll ask about why she's not speaking to the uncle. Why is she not speaking to the uncle? Why doesn't she want to do more for Aaliyah? Like, why is she, I mean, I understand it, but it's like it's like the fans don't really get anything. Why is she not speaking to the uncle? Page of Pentacles, the Fool. I don't think she hates him. I don't think she's even really that mad at him. They have spoken. I mean, Page of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, the Fool, Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, Ace of Swords. I'm getting communication though. They have spoken though. Maybe they're not as close because I got the Fool and Queen of Pentacles, which is like, which could mean that they're not, yeah, like they're not as close as they used to be, but like, it doesn't feel like they're not, it doesn't feel like there's any beef necessarily. That's how she's saying it. They have spoke though. I'll eat crow if I'm wrong. They have spoke. Because in her perspective, like, they have spoken a couple times, actually. It's not like they're not speaking. It's not like how people think. It's not like they're estranged from each other. And I don't think she's upset with him. I just think they might not be agreeing on financial reasons. I think there's still some love there. I don't think she hates him or anything like that. I just think there could be decisions being made that maybe they're not seeing eye to eye on, but it's not like she feels like any anger or like anything at him. She's focused on her life and she does care about him. They will speak soon. I don't see them. I think she would be willing to speak to him because I don't think she's even mad at him. I just think that she's focused more on her life, and it feels like they have spoken. Like from her answer, like from her energy, I don't feel like she's mad at him. Like even though he said that in the interview, I don't feel like she's mad at him. I actually heard a couple years ago that Diane was having health problems, that she had cancer. So is she okay? Is her health okay? 8 of Pentacles, Page of Wands. She will be fine. She will be fine. I think she just works too hard. I don't know what she does for work. I feel like she's putting too much stress on her body. She could have pain in like her joints and stuff, but I don't see like anything like major. Let me use this deck now. So Rashad, Rashad is actually more open than the mother. Sorry, that was my drink, but I want to see, so how's Rashad doing? Ace of Pentacles. Three of Wands. Oh, wow. I got the Three of Swords again. And I said that in the beginning of the reading that it was more of a male. Rashad is actually not... It comes off like... I know some of you think that Diane is not coping. Like, I feel like Diane has accepted her death more than Rashad. He actually is like frozen in time about this a little bit, but he's still working on himself. Like, he has a lot of career goals that are manifesting. He will have a boy as well. He will have a child one day, but I feel that for him with the Page of Pentacles. But he is growing a lot of things for himself with his money. He's trying to focus. Oh, wow. He feels stuck in time. He doesn't he's trying to be positive about the future, but he doesn't really feel like he's trying to be positive, but there's a part of him deep down in his head and his heart that feels like betrayed by the future. Like, he doesn't really see many positive outcomes. Like, he's worried about the future on some level. He's worried about moving forward. There's an issue with a relationship. There's an issue with the relationship. He's had a lot of issues with relationships. It feels like with females. I know he does date girls. It feels like he's had a relationship fall apart, but multiple relationships, like a lot of dating situations or just short-term connections that didn't last. Let me ask why. Lots of arguments. There's a woman he was with. I think they wanted something together, but she also had some issues. She also had some mental health issues. Let me just ask about this Three of Swords again. He's still heartbroken. He's keeping to himself. He has had a spiritual awakening as well. He's very close to his mother. His heart breaks for his mother. Also, the father's passing has been tough as well. He's grieving a lot. He doesn't even know how to grieve Aaliyah yet. So his father passing, and I think Aaliyah's death has affected his relationships with women. Like, I feel like when it comes to loving like a woman again, it's really hard for him. Not that he's toxic or anything, but I feel like it's hard for him to give his all or to be vulnerable again. I feel like he's kind of scared of that on some level. He doesn't know who he could never love. Like, it's gonna sound weird, but like it's affected the way he loves in romantic relationships as well. And it makes sense because when you're in romantic with somebody, you have to be fully vulnerable. So I feel like he almost feels like he has broken heart syndrome. I got the Three of Swords twice, and that's why I'm using 3 different decks, because when I get the card, especially that card a lot, that's telling me somebody's heart is like really broken. And how can he love fully if his heart is this is his heart, you know? I don't even feel like he's going to therapy and stuff like Diane. He could be, but it still feels like I don't know, he just feels like it's really tough for him. But he's trying to be positive. It's not like he's letting this sadness overtake him. He really is trying to do things with his life, but it's very, very hard. At the base, I have strength. He's trying to have strength for her and the family, you know, his mother, but it's not easy, you know. Yeah, they definitely need healing. That was very, very hard for them. So Rashad, how does Rashad feel about everything going on with her music? Let's ask, how does he feel towards the uncle and everything happening now? I feel the need to still use this deck, so we're gonna use this deck. The Lovers. He loves him. He does love him. He does have love for him. I got the 10 of Cups. I don't even, are they, it feels like he's speaking to the uncle. Like, I don't think they're not speaking, or they will speak soon. He wants to speak. He feels like there's a lot of gossip and rumors that are not true about this. He has a lot of love for his uncle, actually. There's another female here involved. I think they may speak through a female, I don't know, but he actually low-key actually isn't even that mad about it. Like, he actually is trying to do what's right for the mother. It's more about the mother. I feel like he's worried about the mother. For some reason, the mother with this is the one really causing the conflict. But it's weird because she's not even mad at the uncle too. Like, I feel like she's willing to speak to him. It feels like she's just more emotional about this. And it's about the money. I got the 4 of Pentacles. It feels like there's just a talking about where the money is going or something, because it doesn't feel like she's hateful towards him. He doesn't feel hateful towards him. I got the 10 of Cups, which is everybody coming together, and King of Wands, which is him thinking about everybody coming together. I think he really wants peace. I think he wants everyone to be on the same page. I don't think he wants a fight anymore. I think he is just more on the mother's side. So it's coming off like he wants the drama, but he actually is really obedient to his mother. Like, what she says goes. It's always been like that. What is Diane's sign? I actually was trying to look up her zodiac sign. I couldn't find it. She feels like a Capricorn or Aquarius, or like an air sign or somebody who's really aloof. Like, stands her ground. Could be Sagittarius, I don't know. So there's so much to unpack. I probably won't cover every question. Maybe I'll do like a part 2 about this if I have the energy. But so I asked about their lives, asked about the thing. In terms of her legacy, I do know that they were going to do like a movie. They did a movie already without the family's permission, which was disgusting. I think the girl, what was her name? Alexandra Shipp. She is so weird to me. Like, if you watch interviews with her, she's just so fake. Like, I don't like her energy. She comes off like she wants fame and stuff. She comes off like I don't know, like a chatty patty, like someone who would just tell all your secrets or something. I don't like her. That's so disrespectful for her to continue anyway without the family's permission. So disrespectful. Everybody involved in that project does not care about Aaliyah. I'm just gonna say it like that. If they really respected her, they would not have done the movie. Just so horrible. Just so horrible. So I'm gonna ask if, like, for the future of her legacy, right? And then I'll go back to the uncle because I want to see his perspective. But for the future of her legacy, will there ever be like a movie one day, or at least a book from Rashad? Or, but let's focus on the movie because I actually think that'd be pretty cool. Like a biopic like Selena had. 6 of Cups flew out. I'm gonna leave that. Not really. I gotta know. Not for a while. No, it's like I got a no and then I got a yes. How do I explain this then? It's like a no and a yes. I see everybody getting on board eventually, but it's like so far down the line. Like, might even be another generation of hers. Like, I hate to say it, but it feels like it could happen with like when Diane's not here. That sounds so horrible. Like, I'm sorry, but I gotta be honest. Like, it feels like generations down. Like, I don't know if Rashad's gonna have kids or anything, but it feels like Rashad will do something later. And by that time, he'll have a family. It feels like a long time from now if they have a movie about her. Like, honestly, like a real biopic. Reconsider within the next few weeks. I got no. There could be like a documentary, but like, Why no? Peaceful resolution. I see everybody getting on board with something for her. But it might not be a movie necessarily, but it's going to be something that depicts her life on some level. It might not be on Celine. Maybe it could be a TV show. I got romance. Romance. It's up to you. A year from now. Somebody else might make something about her where Aaliyah. I'm seeing Damon Dash as well. I think he could make something about their time together. Kind of like how Chris was going to do with Selena. Or somebody might make a book about their time with her or something. Like, to be honest, I think Chris and Selena's love story is a little bit more thing than Aaliyah and Dame. Not trying to throw shade or anything, but it, like, because Chris and Selena were, like, married and they had a whole thing. But it's possible Damon could do something for her. And I feel like generations down there could be. But as of right now, it just feels like a no still. In terms of, like, the family getting on top of that and everything. So let me ask about the uncle. How does he feel towards Rashad and Diane? How's he feeling towards them? He wants to talk to them. They're not going to agree on finances though. He doesn't want to be, it's just the finances. Like he loves them. He wants to celebrate this with them. He wants to be on the same page, but there's something about the finances. It seems like they're just not on the same page about money. It really is. And there's love there. I got the 10 of Cups. He loves them. Alright. Now, I know there's like a lot of conspiracy theories about Aaliyah's passing. That's a really weird subject to touch on. I can ask real quick in this video without getting too deep into it if there was anything shady that happened with her passing, if that's why the family. So I'm gonna ask if the family feels, how does the family feel like she was set up or something? Because I do feel like there could be something where there's some resentment towards the company for putting her on that plane. And do they feel like they killed? I mean, I don't know, you know, it could be anything. So was there any, do they feel like Aaliyah was killed? Do they feel like she was killed? 3 of Wands, Page of Cups. No, they don't feel like she was killed. They just feel like somebody stupid was in charge of making decisions. They don't feel like that was a decision she would have made. And they feel like there was money involved. Like they feel like, and they don't feel like that was a decision she would have made. They just feel like that wasn't a decision, but they don't feel like she was killed necessarily. They just feel like the whole situation was just stupid. And they felt like Aaliyah was smarter than that. Like they don't feel like they think there was something with money and people cutting back on money. Like they don't feel like they felt like she was always so humble, like that in terms of taking like bigger jets or bigger whatever, that she didn't do that this time. But at the same time, they don't feel like she would have, because I'm feeling like with the 2 of Swords, they're like she wouldn't have walked into that so blindly. Like they don't feel like she would have. And then I got the Fool, which is like just not really thinking. Sometimes they don't feel like she was murdered. They don't feel like, they're not into those conspiracy theories, but they do feel like there was a lot of wrong decisions that were made that day, and they feel bad that they weren't there to help make those decisions. Okay, let me ask the Oracle cards. I got yes. They feel like she was killed. Not like, they feel like, why yes? And then I got no. Not necessarily, like not in the way that people are assuming. Not in like somebody set her up to be on the plane, nothing like that. But they feel like, hold her life wasn't as important to whoever was making the decisions. So they feel like she was killed by somebody's stupid decisions, but they don't feel like somebody was like out to get her or anything, or because she wanted to be sacrificed for Beyonce and all this stupid crap that people talk about. They actually feel like that's ridiculous, actually. Yeah, so how will it be in the future with Diane and Rashad and the uncle coming together? Will there ever be some peace between them behind closed doors? The Hermit. No, there won't be. No. They're still not going to be speaking. But then all of a sudden, well, no. Is Rashad going to have a baby one day? I feel like he will have a son. He might have 2 children. Their relationship's still going to be rocky. But it's crazy because I got the Hermit, but then I got Queen of Cups. They do love each other. I don't feel like these are two... I don't feel like all 3 of them are like at ends. I just feel like this is really hard. This is really hard for all of them. And I got the Knight of Pentacles, which is, it's still Page of Pentacles, bringing up money. How unfortunate though, because I really feel like he loves them and they love him. Like, how unfortunate. Like, how unfortunate is that? You know, I don't know. Romance. That card doesn't have to be like literally like romance, but I do feel like there's love here. Choose a new direction, compromise. I think Rashad will be the one to try to compromise here with him. I think he's already tried to do that. I see somebody trying, but at the same time, I don't see like a close relationship. And I see it's just like a lot of sadness. I think it's really hard for the family to come together like how they were before Aaliyah was here, you know? Yeah, so this reading was mainly supposed to focus on the whole dynamic with them and her uncle at the moment. I know there's so much to unpack, like the R. Kelly situation, you know, just other things with Diane that I think some people noticed about her. Like, did she sacrifice Aaliyah? Not sacrifice like for killing, but like sell her to the industry type of thing. I don't think any of that is true. I feel like this is what it seems. I feel like it's just the family still grieving a tragic death that should have never happened. I think I kind of answered my questions that I was curious about. Low-key, like, I was gonna do this reading without the camera. I just out of curiosity as an Aaliyah fan, but I figured why not just show her fans what I'm seeing in the cards for some closure maybe. Unfortunately, I don't see them hanging around a campfire again, you know, with peace behind the closed doors, but I do feel like they love each other. So what we can do as fans is just support them. I'm trying to see if I have any questions. I'll ask 2 questions for Aaliyah. Now, I'm not channeling her. That's different. But I'm gonna ask, like, this is crazy how it's gonna sound. I'm gonna use, like, the way I do it when I don't want to channel someone that's dead, but I want to ask a question from them. I use like I have like a spirit guide. Like, this is gonna sound so crazy, but I have like a spirit guide where it's like, so I don't have to take on the energy. It's like somebody in between us. So that's how I picture it, so I don't get drained. Because when I ask people to channel through me, like in the past, like it literally can happen, but I don't want that this time. So I'm gonna ask 2 questions in Aaliyah's perspective, if I can. How does she feel about everything going on? How does she feel about everything going on? 9 of Pentacles. Sorry, somebody walked through. She has so much love for everyone. She feels like the money shouldn't even matter here. She just wants to give back to the fans. Ace of Cups. She's like, what are we waiting for? The Devil card represents saying like the issue is the money. That's really the main issue here. Everything else should be about love. And there's a lot of gossip about her past she does not like. But she really does want to give to the fans. She doesn't even care. She's like, just everybody should have the music. She's just a little bit annoyed about some rumors about her past. Her mother has a lot of anxiety. I think she's in support for the music, but like I said, it's gonna be hard for her to get on board. Then I'll ask another question with this deck. Is she crossed over? Is she crossed over? King of Pentacles. She's with a man on the other side. It could be her father. Three of Cups. She is crossed over. She's with a lot of people. She has her father here. There's another young spirit with her. There's 3 other women with her. One that stands out could be the grandmother. She could be the grandmother. Got 9 of Swords reversed. She's actually in a really good space, actually. A Judgment. Like, this is how I see her crossed over. She's definitely crossed over. She's with her father. I think it was hard for her to cross over, but she's crossed over. The Justice card's telling me karma's upright. I don't feel like she was murdered, but that's a whole other reading. Honestly, she's with her father. She's definitely, I'll ask the Oracle cards, but she's with her father and like 4 other people. It could be the people she crashed, the people that crashed, that were in the plane crash, sorry. She's with a lot of people. Trust. She stepped into the light. I do feel like she had trust that she was going into the light. Don't stop. There's gonna be a lot happening. I feel like that's her confirming that she's aware of what's going on with her music. She's in a high light. She's definitely crossed over. I think she was really religious, or she just had faith in the afterlife as well. So she's definitely there, happy with her loved ones. And she's aware of what's going on as well. I'm actually getting really drained, so I'm gonna cut this reading out. Not that I got drained from, I didn't channel her, but just in general, readings are draining. To end this reading, yeah, maybe I'll do a part 2 about the family. You guys can ask your questions. Those are all the questions I had at the moment. Like I said, you know, sometimes deaths can pull families apart, and I would really also send my prayers to Rashad. He also is really he feels really like frozen in time about this in his heart. So just put some prayers and stuff in the comments for the healing process for the family with this, because it's not easy. And although we look at Aaliyah like this celebrity and stuff, she was a real person, and she died so young. You know, she didn't really get to experience her life at the other stages of her life, like being a mother. She talks about that a lot, and getting married and the things that we get to do. You know, she's in a different realm right now, enjoying life on that side. So I just want, I think the best thing is to just leave the drama alone, and we will get more things with her in the future, I think, down the line. But right now it's still a tough time for them, and I wish them the best, and I think we should wish them the best too. I really don't want to see any comments, any negativity, even though I understand where people are coming from. But please, just, I'm focusing on the grieving part in this thing. Everything else, that's a part 2. So wait, hold on. Sorry, somebody walked in. So yeah, I feel like that's really all I had to say. If I do see a lot of negativity in the comments, I will turn them off. This is mainly just centered around what's currently going on, and hopefully I can read for her around like the 25th. I mean, that's my birthday week, so I don't know, but like maybe the day, like around like late August, I'll try to channel her, because she is crossed over, which is good. That means it won't be as hard to reach her, but it's still I still get spooked sometimes with readings. So yeah, I'm gonna stop talking. Thank you guys for over 600 subscribers on this channel. Thank you for the Aaliyah fans that watch this. I hope this gave you some sort of closure in terms of what's going on with them recently, and how they're dealing with her death, and just how we can deal with this and be strong for the family. If whoever decides to stream it, that's your decision as a fan. I don't think it makes you a bad person or anything like that. We just want to support her. I don't even feel like Aaliyah's feels any strong thing with that. Seems like there's just like financial issues going on about who's getting the money. You guys can discuss that in the comments. That's not a problem to me, okay? So sending love and light to them. Thank you guys for watching, and have a great day, okay? Bye.